This is Hannibal here from the Hannibal TV on YouTube with you could call it a bit of a review of this Nobody Speak Gawker Hulk Hogan trial movie that strangely enough is on Netflix now. And I guess it was recommended to me because I had watched some of the WWE content on there. But it's strange because Netflix is in bed with WWE now. WWE works with Hulk Hogan. He's under a 5-year contract, and they bought into his Real American Beer. And Netflix is airing this documentary now that actually brings attention to his bizarre sexual encounter with his ex best friend's wife when his ex best friend was in the house that they recorded. And again, I don't know all the details. I was not a fan of this movie, but some weird stuff happened. And while the sexual encounter was being recorded, Hogan dropped a bunch of n bombs. So I just find it strange that to put a movie like that out kind of is weird because WWE is employing him again now, and they even talk about in the movie at the time the N bomb video came out, they released Hulk Hogan, who I remember at the time was one of the tough enough judges, and he was released from an active show. But here's just a weird lie that Hulk Hogan told on the stand, and I filmed a quick video of it with my cell phone that I'll show here. Very weird lie, and it's weird that in Canada they wouldn't allow this, but they let him testify at the trial wearing a bandana, which would be considered an insult to the court in Canada. So here we go.
Character Hulk Hogan for the jury, please. The character's larger than life. It's the all-American character. Theme of the training, prayers, and vitamins, and believe in yourself is like what we call the four demandments of the Hulkamaniacs. And the all-American image of the character's tan, full head of hair, his suit. Um, just even my theme song is "Fight for the Rights of Every Man." He's the all-American hero.
So there you go. Did anyone catch what the lie was there? Hulk Hogan, the all American hero with the full head of hair. Why why even say that? Like, you're under oath. Hulk Hogan was all about having a full head of hair. He never had a full head of hair as Hulk Hogan. Here's a still from his match of the birth of Hulkamania, the night he defeated the Iron Sheik in Madison Square Garden. Where here's another clip from that same match. He never had a full head of hair. So sometimes these wrestlers, particularly Hogan, seem to just lie for the sake of lying. Hulk Hogan was all about having a full head of hair. All right. I mean, if anything, him being bald made him more identifiable, and it was certainly part of his whole gimmick. And yeah, a lot of people are jumping on Hogan, like Rollins and Undertaker and all them. I mean, let's face the facts here. Rollins will never be as big as Hogan at all, not even comparable. Um, so whatever. Some people like to bring him down. Again, I this documentary in general is actually seems pro Gawker. If anything, I would not recommend it. It's extremely boring, and as much of a wrestling fan as I am, I couldn't make it through. But I did find the Hulk Hogan saying under oath that that Hogan um, was all about having full head of hair. That's just weird. I mean, I I don't think that was the only time Hogan said that for sure. particularly considering that Knobs throws it out there in his everyday language, and Knobs and Hogan are friends. Uh, does Hogan dislike black people? I really don't know. He has had some of them that are friends, and a lot of African American people love him. So I couldn't even comment on that. To be perfectly honest with you guys, it's definitely something that is a huge black mark on him, and I do believe the real reason why he was being booed, even though he claimed it was because he was in the NWO for his last appearance in LA, which he wasn't. He was beating up Mohammed Hassan for his last WWE appearance. I believe it was a combination of the anti-Trump people and the people that still hold a grudge for him for using the N word. And the third might be the people that found it boring that all he was doing was a promo for his beer and not doing anything of significance. So that's my theory on why he was being booed, my neutral theory. And yes, Hogan will always be an icon. And I'll say this last to wrap things up here. That's all anyone is still talking about from the Raw on Netflix. And the most, what are we, week 5 now? That's the most interesting thing that's happened on the Raw on Netflix. Legit. That's just a neutral statement. Was Hogan being booed? Nothing. That's okay. We're still talking about it at the Royal Rumble, which was very lackluster. Just happened. No Rock, no Brock Lesnar, no Hulk Hogan. John Cena didn't win. Goldberg didn't appear. So let's go back and talk about Hulk Hogan's booze at Raw and Netflix a month ago because that was more interesting. So there you go. I'm just reporting it as I saw it. That jumped out to me. Why is he telling people Hogan was about having a full head of hair? That makes absolutely no sense as someone that was a fan to an extent of Hogan. I like Savage and Flair better and Warrior better overall, but I still also liked Hulk Hogan. And it wasn't because he had a full head of hair.